Hey, Devin here. In today's video, I'll talk about how to integrate Chat GPT into Qualtrics so you can solve your customer service problems more easily and effectively in the closed loop system. What I often see with many of our clients is that when we create a survey, a lot of their customers tend to brain dump or word vomit everything in the first open-ended question. For example, we often ask the NPS question as the first question, followed up with a conditional open end. As you can see here, this response is going to be quite lengthy, right? Perfect. And let's also follow up with another open-ended question. And let's put another lengthy question here. So it's unresolved. Boom. This can be overwhelming at times, especially if your team is small and needs to deal with a ton of these complaints. This is where ChatGPT comes in. It simplifies the work of the closed-loop team or frontline customer service personnel. So instead of having to read through and understand this lengthy text, with the help of ChatGPT, we can program it to summarize all the open-ended responses and create a customer service response template that addresses all the customer's needs, all in one ticket. So let me show you. What I did here in the ticket field is I used ChatGPT to summarize both open-ended text and highlight the important information in number point form. Moreover, I had ChatGPT create an email template specific to the customer's problem that our customer rep can simply copy and paste. So copy and paste here, send email, paste. So once they actually validate and edit the template, they can send the email right away, closing the loop with the customer a lot faster and more effectively. So here, and then click on send email. So how did I do this? It's all done in the Qualtrics workflow. I won't explain how to create a workflow from scratch here, as I covered that in my other video. You can click up here on the top of the screen to watch it, and it'll make understanding this process a lot easier. So for the description, I want a ticket to be created when the customer is a detractor. The ticket should include a summary of the open-ended comments in the number bullet point format, as well as a well-written email response template that the CSRs can use. For the trigger, it's receive survey response. For the control flow, if the customer is a detractor and if the NPS comment is not empty, then I want the task to be, I want the ChatGPT to summarize open-ended comments. Secondly, I want another task for ChatGPT to create an email template response to customers. And third, I want to create a third task to create a ticket. So let me show you how I set this up in the Qualtrics workflow. So we enter our survey project and we click on the workflow tab here. We enter our workflow that I created. I named it Summary GPT. So you can see here, the trigger is survey response. The control flow is if the customer is a detractor and if the comment isn't empty, I want one of the tasks to be the first task for ChatGPT. Let me show you how it works. So the prompt I used was summarize the following text to highlight what's most important in point forms. And you can see here in the bottom, this is where I'm pulling in the open-ended text. So we can test a prompt here. The way it works is I'm going to paste the giant complaint, and then we can say generate test response. So this is how we can test to see what it would look like. Let it load. Perfect. So you can see here that it did exactly what I wanted, right? It summarized everything in number point form. Perfect. And task 2 was let me show you the prompt here. The prompt I used was compose a courteous reply to the following customer feedback in a professional tone. It acknowledges the customer's frustration. Make the paragraphs spaced out so it's easy to read. What I also did here was I pulled in the embedded data. So for the client first name, I wanted it to know that that's the customer's name. I also pulled in the embedded data for the company we're using. I want to know that's the company's name. And also I wanted to pull in the CSR's name, right? So for the name and signature. What I then did here in the bottom was that I pulled in the 2 open text and I also put in the embedded data as well. So you can see here, we can also test a response, test a prompt. We can provide the example content. We can put in our giant complaint, and then we can generate our test response. Click on here, let it load. Okay, for some reason it failed. Let me try again. Okay, perfect. Because here, it generated. Awesome. So going to the next one. So what I did here was I created a ticket. So this ticket is very standard. You can see here, I had all the metadatas, but here what I did was that for the Chat GPT summary, what you do is you add the first output for GPT output here. And then for the second Chat GPT, all you do is put the second output here, and it'll just kind of do its thing. Other than that, you click on save, and that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions about Qualtrics or even Chat GPT, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. And don't forget to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.